this is not a piece of content. I was not prepared to make content at all through the entire month of February. But I am making a video for you now, and here comes the train again. So if you're following me on my other channel, you may have learned in the last few days, today is February, I believe, the 11th, that we're moving. So let me just explain really quickly what has been happening. In 2020, when the pandemic hit, my husband lost his job due to layoffs, and he wasn't super happy in that job, but happy enough, and it was hard for both of us. Many people have lost employment during COVID, including me. I lost sort of my singing career in person. I have been very fortunate enough to have been hired to do some virtual gigs and gigs in my closet, like recording gigs, which have been really interesting. For those of you who are hanging out a lot on my other channel, you know that I do have a lot of fun at my other channel, and I would love to be able to continue to make much more content for my other channel, have a lot more fun. Ooh, what's floating around? The fur floating around. But it has been difficult to do that when my husband and I share an office. Going back to my husband, he got another job, which is, right now he's working from home, which a lot of us are. And we have been sharing an office, which has been difficult. During the last few weeks, he has been exploring an opportunity which came to him. And he was lucky enough to not receive just one new job offer, but two. And one of them was very good, and it would have been very, a good, okay. But one of them was something he could not refuse. And so he's very excited, which is the first time I've seen him excited about work in such a long time. And it's so nice for me to see that. But unfortunately, it is a job where you work from home remotely, like all the time. There is no office that you go into ever. So we were working with the possibility right now that he would eventually return to working in an office when it was safe to do so. That is no longer going to be happening, and we would have been sharing an office indefinitely, which doesn't work for both of our jobs. He has meetings, I have live streams. It's just not something that was working really well for us. So we had been contemplating for the last 6 months about moving away from this place to a place with an extra bedroom, so that we could both have our own offices, but also a bedroom where we could be together, so that I didn't have to get up at 5 a.m. to do voiceovers, which is, I'm very grateful that I can work from home, and that it's essentially a fun dream that I'm living. But there are a lot of other factors, one of them being the train is very loud outside of our apartment, and there are some issues that we haven't really talked about. I don't want to say negative things about it, but we would have stayed here if it probably had not been for the pandemic. We probably would have stayed here, but with all of these factors coming together, the straw has broken the camel's back, and we have decided to get out. I would be absolutely lying to you if I did not tell you that I am extremely overwhelmed by the idea of packing up all of our stuff and moving it again. We've only been here a little more than a year, and it was so hard to get here in the first place that the idea of picking up and leaving it again is really? But at this point, it's the right thing to do for us. And we will be moving back to a part of town which we really, really liked. Ever since we've moved to this area of of Boston, we've been not super happy, even though it's a pandemic and we can't really go out and hang out at restaurants and all that stuff. It just doesn't feel, we sort of miss living in our old neighborhood. So we're going back near there, and we just feel like it's the right time to go to a bigger place and have our work life be a little bit more separate from our like living life. So we, instead of going into another housing market, the housing market right now is not great. For those of you who are buying, looking to buy. For people who are looking to sell, it's amazing. But people who are looking to buy, their places are getting like multiple offers, having like way above asking. We don't want to be forced into a housing market right now. So we are going to rent temporarily and then go and find our perfect forever home. Because we have gone on, we've gone to open houses before, to detached homes, not just condos, apartments, in which we have really liked the place, and we were in a place where we either couldn't afford it or like didn't get it or something. There's a house I still think about that we went to like a couple of years ago that I just was the perfect home. And I don't want to be forced into a place where like I'm rushing to buy a place because we have to. I want to be in a place where like I can afford to find the perfect place, so we can have the time to find the perfect place and just have that perfect home. So in the meantime, we will sell this place and rent a new place. We have already picked out the apartment, and we are already planning to pick up keys in a couple of weeks. So I have been freaking out. The good thing about this move for you guys is that I will be attempting to document everything, and from moving here to setting up there. The good thing about a rental is you can leave at any time. Well, not any time, but like you can leave your lease and not have to worry about selling the place. Another thing is I did discuss with the listing agent for the rental what I could do to the space. So there are things that can be customized, including the closets, which I will be doing more closets. But things like wallpapering, painting, things like that, I'll have to put back. So having not been a stranger to living in a rental, I am very excited to actually organize a rental, because I think you can get really creative about things you can do in a rental as opposed to things you can do in an owned space. So that is the tea. I just wanted to come on here and talk about that really quickly and warn you that you will not see this place a lot after after a few weeks. So part of me is a little sad. I love what we've set up here, and it's such a cute place, and Clover's happy and everything. But it's time to get the home for the life we live right now. And even after COVID is over, we will still be working from home mostly. So we had to make a change. We had to make a change. So I hope you're all excited to the journey. I will buy some extra batteries and SD cards so that you guys can see everything. But I hope you're excited, and I just wanted to come on here really quickly and let you know about what was happening. Be very transparent. By the time you guys probably see this video, we definitely will have moved. So hopefully it all went smoothly, and I'm a superhero and have gotten everything done. We do have some things over at my mother-in-law's that are being stored in her basement. Like they're like pieces of like Alpha and my keyboard and stuff. So we're gonna go grab those things and like rifle through and see what we can take to the new place. But other than that, we're ready to move. All right, I'm gonna go. I hope you're having a great morning, great afternoon, great evening, wherever you are. I'll see you in the next one. Here we go.